Assalamu alaikum, welcome to my channel. Before we begin, please subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends. If you need any help with a particular exam paper, do mention in the comment section, I'll try to help you. Today we are going to solve Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4 Extended, October-November 2020, variant 4.2, question number 5 onwards. So let's start question number 5. Ahmed sells different types of cakes in his shop. The cost of each cake depends on its type and its size. Every small cake costs X dollars and every large cake 2x plus $1. The total cost of 3 small lemon cakes and 2 large lemon cakes is $12.36. Find the cost of a small lemon cake. So we have to form a linear equation and we will write, we know that the small lemon cakes are for X dollars. So 3 times X plus 2 large lemon. So 2, and this is the cost of the lemon. The large cake, 2x plus 1, is equal to 12.36. We expand the bracket. 2 times 2x will be 4x plus 2 is equal to 12.36. This plus 2, when I shift to the other side, the sign will change. It will be minus. This means multiply. 7 multiplied by x. So when I shift the x to the other side, it will turn into divide. So 10.36 divided by 7. I can write it over 7. It's the same thing. And we will get 1.48. Just because the question is big and all, don't think it's difficult. Read through the question and try to understand what they're wanting you to find. The cost of 18 small chocolate cakes is the same as the cost of 7 large chocolate cakes. Find the cost of a small chocolate cake. From our main question, we know that every small cake is X dollars. So 18 times X. This cost is the same as 7 large chocolate cakes. And the cost of any large chocolate cake, any cake large, is 2x plus 1. We'll expand the bracket. 7 times 2x is 14x. 7 times 1, 7. Bring the like terms together. So we'll have negative 14x is equal to 7. 4x is equal to 7. And the value of x is 7 divided by 4, which is 1.75. This is the cost of a small chocolate cake. Part C. The number of small cherry cakes that can be bought for $4 is the same as the number of large cherry cakes that can be bought for $13. Find the cost of a small cherry cake. So the number of small cherry cakes that can be bought for $4, if you want to find it, we can do 4 divided by x. This is the same as the number of large cherry cakes that can be bought for $13. So 13 divided by 2x plus 1. Now we will cross multiply. Remember to put a bracket and then 13 times x. We will expand the bracket, bring the like terms together. So 13 is the bigger number, so shift the 8x to the other side. We don't want our x to be negative. Now this is a multiply. When you shift to the other side, it will be a divide. So that is $0.8. Part D. Petra spends $20 on small coffee cakes and $10 on large coffee cakes. The total number of cakes is 45. Write an equation in terms of x. To find the number of small coffee cakes, we are going to divide 20 by x, because that is the cost of one cake. And then to find the number of large coffee cakes she bought, we are going to divide 10 by 2x plus 1. And when you add them all, the total number of cakes are 45. This is an algebraic fraction. Any fraction, when you want to add or subtract, you know that you need to have a common denominator. So what we can do is multiply by x here and multiply by 2x plus 1 here. When you multiply in the denominator, you have to multiply in the numerator also. So that will give us 20, 2x plus 1 plus 10x. Now we can write it as one fraction is equal to 45. Expand the bracket, we'll get 40x plus 20 plus 10x is equal to 45 times. This is a divide. When we shift to the other side, that's going to be a multiplication. I'll put the x out, 2x plus 1. Let's simplify this. 40x plus 10x is 50x plus 20. When we expand here, 45x multiplied by 2x will give us 90x squared, and 45x plus 1 will be 45x. Bring all the like terms together. Whenever it's a quadratic equation, you see it's a quadratic equation, right? There's an x squared, there's an x, there's a number. Even when otherwise you're solving for x, whichever is your highest power, make that positive. So bring everything else to the other side. 50x when I shift to the other side will be negative 5x, and 20 when I shift to the other side will give me negative 20. Make it equal to 0. This will give us negative x squared minus 5x minus 20 is equal to 0. You can see that each term is divisible by 5. It makes it easier if it's in the simplest form. Divide everything by 5. And we will get 18x squared minus x minus 4 is equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. You can either solve it by factorizing, completing the square, or using the quadratic formula. To check whether you can factorize, you can use the calculator, now depending on which calculator you have. But if the numbers are like this, it's a better idea to use your quadratic formula. This is our quadratic formula. We need to find our a, b, and c and just substitute here. A is the coefficient of x squared. B is the coefficient of x. If there is no number, there's a 1 there. So we have b as negative 1. And c is the constant which does not have any x. So that's what we are going to substitute. Remember, there's already a negative 1. A negative there, and you got b as negative 1. Put it in a bracket. Now when you are substituting b squared, do not write like that. Put a bracket and then square it. And c is negative 4. The whole thing over 2 times a, which is 18. This will give us plus 1. And let's in the calculator and check what we are going to get. We will get 17, and 2 multiplied by 18, 36. So you got two values of x. 1 plus 17 over 36, and the other is 1 minus 17 over 36. As we have a plus and a minus here, so one time you take plus, one time minus. These are the answers we will get. Money cannot be negative, so this is rejected. Therefore, the value of a small coffee cake is $0.5. Question number 6 is a probability question. One disk is picked at random. Write down the probability that the disk has the number 4. So this is 1, 4 and 1 is here. The favorable outcome we always write on the top. So we have two favorable outcomes over the total outcomes, which is 6. So 2 over 6 is equal to 1 over 3. The next one we have the disk is red and has the number 3. We have a red here and number 4. We do not have a red and a number 3. So that is a 0. Third one, the disk is blue and has the number 4. So where is it blue? Here and here. But there's only one blue with a 4. So what's our favorable outcome? 1 over the total number of outcome, which is 6. So answer is 1 over 6. Part B, 2 of the 6 disks are picked at random without replacement. Find the probability that both disks have the number 3. So we have here. So if we picked up the first disk, the probability of that will be with the number 3 is 2. There are 2 over 6. Now suppose you picked up this one and the second one you want to pick. Remember, it is without replacement. So how many number 3 disks are remaining? 1. And how many total disks are remaining? 5. So therefore the answer is 1 over 15. Then we have both disks have the same color. Same color means it can be a blue and a blue, a yellow and a yellow, or a red and a red. How many blues are there? 1, 2 and 3. So the first one is 3 over 6. The down is the total. And now one blue you have removed, and this question is without replacement. So now how many blues there are there? 2 blues. And the total number of discs are 5. Now let's see for yellow. We have 2 yellows. So 2 over 6 multiply by, if I cancel out one yellow, 1 over 5. And then we have the red. Red is 1 over 5. And if you remove that one red out, there are no more red remaining. So that is 0 over 5. So when we put this in the calculator, we will get 4 over 15. Now in part C, we have the question 2 of the 6 discs are picked at random with replacement. It means you pick one and then you put it back. So the probability does not change when you replace it. Find the probability that both discs have the same color. We can have a blue and a blue, or a yellow and a yellow, or a red and a red. Blue probability, we have 2 blues, so three blues. So 3 over 6. And as we are replacing it, the probability is going to be the same. And yellow we have 1 and 2. So 2 over 6 multiplied by 2 over 6. Red is 1. 1 over 6 multiplied by 1 over 6. Remember, the probability stays the same because we are replacing it. We just have to put the whole thing in the calculator and we will get the answer 7 over 18. Question number 7. We have been given an equation and we have to complete the table. Only 2 values we have to find and the answer is 2 marks. You need to know these questions very well. They are very easy to solve. So in place of x, we are going to substitute 1 and whatever answer you get, you have to write it down here. We will get 2 and then in place of x, substitute 2, we will get 4.5. As they have written the answer in decimal, we will also write it as a decimal. On the grid, draw the graph of y is equal to x squared plus 1 over x. For the limit 0.2 till 2.5. So these are the ones that we have to plot. The negative points have already been drawn for us. So when x is 0.2, y is 5. You know that these are our x values and these are the corresponding y values. 0.2 is going to be every 1 square is 0.1, 0.2. This is 0.2 here, and the corresponding value is 5. And then 0.3 is 3.4. 0.3 is here and 3.4. Now on the y-axis, if you see that from one number to another, the gap is 5 lines. So each point is 0.2. So now if this is 0.3, 3.4 is going to be somewhere here. And then we have when x is 0.5, y is 2.3. When x is 1, y is 2. When x is 1.5, y is 2.9. It will be between the two lines because each line is 0.2. So it will be between 0.8 and 3. When it's 2, we have 4.5. And 2.5 is 6.7. We plotted it. Now we have to join the points. This is how it will look after you join the points. Learn to do the graph questions a lot. They are quite similar and they carry a lot of marks. Now moving on to part C. By drawing suitable straight lines on the grid, solve the following equations. X squared plus 1 over x is equal to negative 2. Our equation is x squared plus 1 over x and it is equal to negative 2. So at negative 2, that is our y value. You draw a straight line and find the corresponding x value. So the corresponding x value is negative 0. It's between 0.5 and 0.4. So you can write negative 0.42. Any number you have between negative 0.4 to negative 0.5 will be accepted, or including this. Now the next one is x squared plus 1 over x plus x minus 1 is equal to 0. For solving this, you have to look at your main equation. What is it? X squared plus 1 over x. That's the same here. You have this extra. So if you equate both of them, whatever is extra, move it to the right hand side. So we will leave the x squared plus 1 over x here. The negative 1 when we shift is going to become positive 1. The plus x when we shift is going to become negative x. So this is the line that we have to plot. Y is equal to 1 minus x. The easiest way to draw a line like this is one time in place of x substitute 0. So when x is 0, what will we get? Y is equal to 1. And the other point we'll take is y is equal to 0. Bring this here, so x is equal to 1. Let's draw these 2 points. When x is equal to 0, where is x equal to 0? On the y-axis. Y is equal to 1. And then on the x-axis, here, y is equal to 0, where x is equal to 1. We have this equation. If you're not sure, you can plot in more points. Let's take when x is equal to negative 2, what is the value of y? So y is equal to 1 minus x. When x is negative 2, we'll get y is equal to 3. So we got one more point. And let's take one point from the right hand side when y when x is equal to 2. That's here. What is your y? It's -1. That will be here. Now we'll join all the points together. This is how your graph will look like. The point of intersection between the curve and the line. That is going to be your answer. That is here. If you look down, it is -1.8. So the answer is -1.8. Any answer between -1.9 to -1.75 will be accepted. Now to the last question. K is an integer and the equation x squared plus 1 over x equal k has three solutions. Write down a possible value of k. When you are writing equal to something, that is your y value. So what are the three possible answers that we can get? Look at the graph here. This was the line we had drawn when y was equal to -2. It cut our graph at one point, so there was one answer. Now we are looking for three answers. If we have here, when we cut here at 2, if you draw a line at 2, we have three solutions, 1, 2, and 3. If your k is more than or equal to 2, then there are three solutions. Can you see here that it cuts the graph here 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point. So three solutions when k is more than or equal to 2, and we are looking at the y value. This brings us to the end of this tutorial. For question number 8 onwards, please watch part 3, and if I've helped you, do like the video and share it with your friends.